Hello and welcome to Blood Gamers. First I'm going to talk about Medal of Honor beta and my impressions, and then I'm going to go on to the sort of weekly news. Medal of Honor is a great fun game. If you're expecting something really different from Bad Company 2, you will be slightly disappointed, but it does feel a lot faster than it. The game is set up quite like Bad Company. You get the classes and you can change them rather than sort of like choosing your gun and then other things with it. You get the class, say Recon, you get the class of the Assault, and then you can change the weapons within that class. You can't just create your own class. But I think it's sort of fair for everyone. The game overall is quite fun. I've been asked one question which really made me think about it, and how it is different from Bad Company is really the health system. Instead of you having to find someone that throws a box of health at you, you can just regenerate health by going into cover, which makes it much more faster. Well, not faster, but it gives you that sort of more feel, a bit more like Call of Duty. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle of sort of a Call of Duty sort of quick game, Bad Company 2, and it does feel slightly heavy, a bit like Bad Company 2, it doesn't feel as light as COD. It sort of feels almost slightly heavy like Killzone, but it's sort of much more away from Killzone. It's more sort of between Bad Company 2 and sort of Modern Warfare 2. The perks, which are like more bullets and stuff, aren't game winning, so that's quite nice. And the kill streaks just seem a little more fairer, like the UAV sweeps round you instead of across the entire map. The mortar strike, which you have to see where you put it, and then it comes in like 5 seconds, letting people get out the way, rather than like a Predator missile, which can get anyone even if they're complete pros. So I think that's a bit more fair. Will I get the game is what most people are sort of really interested in hearing, and I'm going to say at the moment probably not. Why? I'm not at the moment going to get Black Ops or Medal of Honor, and really it's because I'm only going to get one of them, and I want to see a lot more of both before I say I'm going to get this one or this one. But saying that, Medal of Honor is great fun. With that done, on to the news. A Hulu paid service is coming to the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Apparently coming soon. It's going to cost around $10 a month, so possibly like 7-8 quid. So that's not bad if that's the sort of thing you want. The first footage of Infamous 2 has come out, and I have to admit, after playing the first, I thought, well, this is a good game, but it could be improved. And looking at the second, they've really taken what they've got from the first and massively improved it. It's looking pretty damn good. I thought the first one looked good, but this one looks even better. So if you thought the first one looked okay, you'll think this one looks good. So good to see some decent improvements, and I hope, obviously it's not near release, they're obviously going to be polishing it even more. So it should look pretty damn good. 3.4 update and PlayStation Plus came this week. PlayStation Plus, I haven't got it, but it is looking quite tasty for the people that do. Especially in Europe, we got like, well, we didn't, but the people that bought it got free Little Big Planet for the year subscription. It's got loads of free games. It's much more about giving free content for your, like a lot more content for your money, rather than features, which I thought it was going to be. I hear what they're going to be doing is bringing features in later on, and instead of just getting all games on sort of the day one, you get a load of games and themes and stuff on the day one of the month, but then you also get extra content throughout the month with Plus. So maybe like at each store update, it's new lot of DLC that's 50% off or whatever. It'd be nice to see how that progresses over the next few months. And 3.4, it's added a video editing feature, a picture thing, so you can put them, do something with Facebook, not really sure what, so more integration with Facebook. I think that, well, if you don't use it, you don't use it. If you wanted to use it, it's now there, so it's another feature that people might like, and if you don't, well, it's there for people that want to use it. So a feature like that can only be good to have. It's because you don't have to use it, but it's there if you want it. Valkyrie Chronicles, I'm not sure if I said that right, Valkyrie Chronicles 2 has been dated for the UK. Apparently it is hitting on the 3rd of September in the UK, so it'll probably be, you know, a few days before in the US. I'm not really sure about that one. But if that's your sort of game, that's when it's coming out. There's been a few rumours going around the internet since the Sly Collection box was sort of released, where it said Classic HD. So everyone started thinking, wow, we're going to get loads of classics remade in HD, and apparently Insomniac is supporting the Ratchet and Clank sort of collection for the PS3. So we might see some of these really big franchises sort of making new collections. So I'm thinking, obviously, the Ratchet and Clank, as they're sort of saying, they're definitely thinking about it. The Sly's coming out. Maybe some. Hopefully, we'll see a Crash Bandicoot collection, because I think that'd be really cool. Anyway, what is your sort of favourite sort of franchise that you'd love to see a HD remake of, apart from Grand Theft Auto? Because everyone wants that, surely. Okay, Final Fantasy XIV for PlayStation 3 apparently is coming out next March, so if you're into that, there's a beta-y thing soonish, so you might want to look into that. Not really my sort of game, too Japanesey and weird, but hey, I know lots of people love the game. That's when it's coming out, beta soon. If anyone gets it, well, tell us what you think of it, because I want to know if it's any good. Metro 2034. Apparently, the author, where it's sort of like the sequel and all that too. Apparently, although it's only listed as PC and Xbox 360, says that it's still a possibility for PS3, as it would take 6 months to sort of port over and make for the PS3, which is, wow, that's a lifetime. So that's never going to happen. They might as well just start doing it now, so everyone can get it. Another Yakuza game, a PlayStation 3 one, alongside the PSP one, is in development. I think, well, I know 4 isn't out yet over here, but it is in Japan, so it's a bit weird they're already creating the next one. I suppose by the time they're getting 5, we'll have 4 in the shelves, but hey, that's just weird. I've never understood why games can't just be released worldwide at the same time, but I'm sure someone would love to tell me in the comment section below. Apparently Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is set in Rome, and apparently to cross the entire map of Rome takes a few hours, or takes hours to cross was their exact words. I'm not sure how big they're planning Rome to be, but you know, that would be quite cool, especially for a multiplayer environment. That will give like loads of places for good skirmishes or sort of team deathmatchy things. So big map, as long as they don't sort of lose detail because of it, can't see a problem with it. And lastly, Gustu Games, they do a golf sort of game, have actually dropped Kinect, that's the one, support, and just focusing on Move support now. I don't know if they've had a problem with the no controller, because just sort of going like that, it could sort of maybe it might not detect it right or something. I honestly think it would be quite hard to do games with no controller or device for a motion thing to pick up. It's alright if you're having to do this or something, but steering and accelerating, and I think you need something solid for it to really work properly. That's my views. Anyway, thanks for listening. Blood Gamers out.